audios. I have things that speak. Main topic of discussion that I have been through lately is that social media runs everything. Nothing is yours. Nothing is mine. We're all being mind controlled into thinking something is that it's not, and that's not okay. Why are you fine with being mind controlled? Why are you okay with it? Because that's not okay. When you live life, you should live it steadfast. You should live in your life, because that is the most beautifulest thing. That is what life is. I have been saying and writing things lately to remind me to keep myself, to not be a slave to my desires, to not be a slave to my desires, to not let myself do things just out of habit, because that's what I'm used to. I'm gaining a conscious mind. I'm thinking about what I'm doing. I'm not letting myself just press the fast forward button constantly anymore. Why is it that everyone seems to never pay attention to you? You have a voice, an important voice, and it's not okay when you have words to say and no one pays attention. They dismiss it. That little piece of existence that was there seemed to have never existed at all, because no one gave it the time, because it wasn't what they wanted to hear. Life is a bold story, a story told through many eyes, many mouths. You should enjoy life. Be happy for what you have. Be happy for what you don't have. Be joyous to be alive. Be grateful, because happiness is a lie. Joyfulness, it should be what you strive for. Joyfulness should be what everyone strives for. To be happy is okay, but that's never lasting. To be joyful, that's to be truly happy, put simply. That's to be actually present in your life, to live your life in a mouth that's full. Everywhere I go, it seems like there's always a phone, there's always social media, there's always talk about social media. Everything seems so controlled. No one pays attention. Everyone's attention span is close to none. How can it be that as a human species, we let ourselves go into likes, comments, and subscribes? That's all you hear every single day. And whenever you don't hear it, that's from the people that actually care. Likes, comments, and subscribes. That is the three words that control everything. That's the only thing people care about. They don't think about their own lives. They sit there and watch a TV in the background as they let their bodies go and let themselves do their own things without even thinking twice about it. They don't think about the morosity of it. You have a life that's long, a life that's full, but it feels so short, and you wonder why it feels so short, and it's because you're spending each waking second on your phone, scrolling, looking through a screen, and deciding not to look up and see what's in front of you, see what you have, see what's already been there. You just never decided to give it any attention. You seem crazy until you say things out loud. You have thoughts in your mind, say them. You have words that you want to say them. You have a voice, you will be heard. Everyone has a voice. A voice is the most important thing. Words are strong, and actions are even stronger. So with those words, with those things you proclaim, do something with it. Don't let it all go to waste just because a new trend is happening, just because some fucking new shoes, just because a new celebrity is a fucking pedophile. You forget what's real. You get brainwashed. Everything is just new consumer bait. And we all take it in like animals, like that's just how life's always been, but it's not. It's only been like that for this century, and it's already going to shit. We're in the first 20th year. We're in the first 20 years of this fucking century. It's already messing up. Imagine whenever we're in 2100 or whatever the fuck. 21, I guess the 21st. Oh yeah, we're in the 21st century. In the 22nd. Life isn't good. The world is ending. Global warming is happening. Our lives are being controlled by fucking clowns. Clowns. And that's exactly what they are, but that's exactly what you are. And you want to see yourself as that because you have been brainwashed to imagine that that is what is important, because it has been so normalized to be famous, that everyone's just trying to do it, that it's more normal to be normal. No one, yes, everyone wants to, but it's all just a lie. It's just a mask behind likes, comments, and subscribes. That's all it cares about. Consumer bait, consumer bait, consume. Consume, take in, digest, consume some more, keep going. That's pure gluttony, and you're doing it with your mind. You care about your body, but you don't even think about the temple that you have inside yourself, which is your brain. Your mind is behind a skull. Have you heard of it? It's a great thing that we all have. We all process things. We all have words to say, and we just don't say them simply. I might sound like I'm repeating things, but it's just the truth. It's what the fact is. You can't always be in the right place. You can't always be happy, because life is a sad thing. Life is a mirror of yourself. Life is a construction of all of the mistakes you've made, but that is what makes life beautiful. Life is beautiful because you're living it. And that is what makes humans beautiful, is that we decide to live this life. We decide to go through it. We decide to go through things. We make decisions of our own volition because we have the will to. Not every animal, not every primate, not everything is willing to do it, but we do. But now we're just going back to it. Now we're going back into being primates, into just consumer bait. We're eating likes, comments, and subscribes. We're eating videos as if it's just fucking lunch and dinner every single day, every single fucking hour. Talk to someone, have an actual conversation. Don't have your phone out. Look them in the eyes and say hello. Say hi to someone, genuinely. Genuinely be in the conversation, be present. Because after a while, you'll realize whenever you're living life, you'll know that life is being lived, and that you know it because you'll be conscious, you'll be free of it, and it'll be finally gone of the fact of everything that consumed you. But you won't do that because you're scared of change. You don't want anything to change. You want life to stay the same. If anything changes, that's scary. That means something new. You have to do something new, but that's what's fun. That is what life is all about. It's about change. You were born in circumstances where it was almost close to zero, and still yet you were born. You know how lucky you are? In all of that chaos, you were still born. And you know what you're doing with it? You're sitting down on your fucking phone and you're just consuming and digesting, not thinking. Not a single thought going through your head except the last video you watched. Have a conversation with me. How much you want to bet you're going to tell me the first thing you fucking saw, or the last thing you just saw? Come up with new conversation. Come up with something new. Think for once. Think about what is right and what is wrong. Say things that come to you because, like I said, your mind is your temple. Treat it as so. Take care of your body, but take care of your mind. Don't forget about it. Everyone's so focused on what's happening in the outer parts of life. You don't think about what's happening in the inside. You don't care about what other people are thinking. You just care about how they react to what you do. All you care about is just what you want them to see. It's not that you don't care about them, it's that you don't care about yourself. And I'm not saying this is for everyone. I'm saying that this is for the majority of the metropolis of life that we all are living in simultaneously. We have public power, we have physical power, we have powers, and they are being overwritten by social media. Does no one understand that social media is taking over the industry, and the people that do understand don't say anything about it because they're scared of change? They're scared of change, or else either that, you say something, you're outspoken, you say something smart, do something smart, you die. Why? Oh, we don't know why you die. You just do, you just vanish. Your voice was never heard. And that's the most saddest thing about it, is that life is taken so easily. Life is beautiful, but death is even more gorgeous. Death is the privilege that we have alone, because some people never even got to live. And we have that privilege that we can die. And whenever you're dying, or whenever I'm dying, I don't want my last words to be, did I try? Did I really try in my life? Did I really do everything that I could have to make it the best that it could be? Did I ever really do what I wanted? No, that's not how I want to live life. I want to live life amongst my own volition and my own beliefs. I want to be myself. Be yourself. Be secure with yourself. Rely and trust upon your own beliefs. That is a quote. That is a quote from a Frank Ocean song. It's called Mama Talk. A lot of us need it. A lot of us need to just talk to our mothers and sit down and then reconnect for whenever we were children, just with them happily in their arms. When life was much simpler. Life can be simpler, but us humans, we decide to make it so hard and difficult. And the most funniest thing is that we don't even know it. We don't know what we're doing. We are just doing it out of habit because that is what it is. Now, I am ignorant to everyone's life but mine, and you know what? I am proud to say that. I am proud to say that I care more about myself than I care about someone else. Because at the end of the day, they have their own life and you have yours. You get to choose what you do. Don't let someone else choose it for you. Think for yourself for once. Think about the things that are good. Think about the things that are bad. Combine them together. And like I've been saying this whole time, you have life. Life that was given to you oh so graciously. And I don't know if we were given it or if it happened naturally. But if it was naturally, that is the most beautifulest thing that could ever happen. Because that means our life is what is natural. And naturality is the most beautiful part about life. As pure. It's pure. Say the thing that you want to say. Say the things that you want to do. Do, be, and try to strive for Godspeed. Because in this stark reality of life, of just internet, social media consumption, it's hard to stop and think. put down the phone, take your fucking mouse, take your hand off the mouse, turn off the TV, and think. Just think, please. Just think to yourself. What can I be doing that is better? What can I do to make my life better? What decisions are better? You overthink a lot. You overthink a lot about life. You sit there and you overthink. And then you don't do what you want to do. But if you just let that main voice talk, if you do what you feel like is right, then we're not always right, but you won't always be wrong. Just have fun. Be yourself. That's the most beautiful thing I've ever said. Be yourself. Someone says that to you all the time. They always say, don't try to be someone else you're not. That's because you're not listening. It doesn't hit the same because you're not listening. You're not listening to what they're telling you. You know what you're probably thinking about? You're probably thinking about the video you're fucking watching. Probably thinking about the video you have just like sitting right there in like phone and sight. You can't think for yourself. You have YouTubers, actors, actresses saying things for you. You have icons, but they aren't icons. They're masked people, and then there are people out there who get it. There are people out there who know, and they live with it, and that's beautiful. I know that when I'm famous, I will be myself. I won't let social media consume me. At the end of the day, I will be myself. I'll be the person you see on the screen. That's who I am. The real me is what I will project out into the world, because realism isn't a common thing anymore. Everything is fake. Everything smiles and happy, but that's not what life is. No. Life is more dark than that. But there's beauty in darkness. There's beauty in void. There's beauty in silence. You just don't see it. You can't hear it. You can't feel it. You can't smell it. But it's there. And whenever you do eventually feel it, you'll know what I am talking about. And you'll know what life is. Because I stress so much and I care so much. I can't stress it enough. But as I said, I never really thought about it. Until now, I've just been pressing the fast forward button, going past things. I haven't been making memories, I've been making moments. That's not how you want to live life. That's not how you should make life. Don't be ignorant of yourself. Don't be ignorant of yourself. Be happy. Be joyous. Be fulfilled. Be proud. Because proudness in yourself is the most beautifulest thing. It's, you use words back to back when you realize you're talking about. That's just how it is. That's just how life is. Be proud to be who you are. Be proud that you are yourself. Be happy that you are yourself. Be joyous that you were given the right to say that, yes, I am myself. No one else. I'm ignorant of everyone else. I'm secure of myself. My temple is my home. It is my being. There are things that we may never see. There are things the human mind can't comprehend. There are things we must unlock at some point. But the way that we're going, we're not advancing. We're not advancing as a species. We're just colonizing, I guess. We're making things to feel advanced, but we haven't evolved as a species. We haven't grown from it. Instead, we just ignore the problem entirely. We lost touch with Mother Earth. But whenever you go outside, do you feel the ground? Do you feel the air? Do you feel the heat of the sun or the cold of the wind? The shade of the clouds? It's a beautiful feeling. It's oh so beautiful. You just have to live it. And short moments do happen, but it's fine because you lived them and you made that memory. They both start with the letter M, but one means more than the other. Let your memory of yourself be yourself. Let that be you. Stop thinking about what other people think of you. Because you know why? They're thinking of their fucking self. They're thinking about how you're thinking of them. That's how brainwashed we are. Because it's not just you. It's happening to everyone around us. That's just how life is, and that's how it will be. If nothing changes, if nothing is made different, if nothing happens to us, then we'll just stay the same, rotting in our bed. I fear that our children will grow up sad, depressed, and not knowing what to do. There's a quote that says, strong men make better times. No, strong men make easy times. Easy times make weak men. And weak men create hard times. We are creating the most downfall of human existence. We are making ourselves go extinct. People, I'm talking. We are making ourselves go extinct. Gone. It's not a Thanos snap. If not half the population is gone, but all of it. Our world is being destroyed. And you know what we're doing? Instead of trying to fix the world, we're trying to find something new. Instead of reconnecting, instead of living, instead of trying and figuring out how to make things better, we're trying to colonize and just hope that we can find a better place 1,000,000 light years away. But that's not where I am. That's not where you should be. You shouldn't be 1,000,000 light years away. You shouldn't be watching a movie of yourself. You should be living it. Act your part. Be your role. Be the person you are, because that is how beautiful life is. That's how beautiful you are. That's the soul of it. That's why they say we have a soul. That's why they say we have a soul. We have the privilege to say that. I don't want to look into someone's eyes and see nothing but moments of passing time, ticking. Someone's either fast forwarding to the future or rewind in the past. What is it really? That's the main question. What is it to you, what did Mother Earth say to you after you were given back to her? What were the words that were spoken in that moment? If you remember, then maybe we have hope. Maybe you can find yourself. Maybe we can all just be one instead of being others. If someone understands what I'm saying, then I appreciate it. Because these moments of passing and fleeing times aren't what it seems, and they aren't what is right. Why can't you realize that? Why can't you be yourself? There's always noise happening in the background. But when things get quiet, you get scared. I get scared. But just sit there in silence and accept it and change your frequency. Let it take control. Let your frequency be what guides you through the moment. Let yourself see what life has to give, has to offer. Be the one. The one, because you're 1 in 10 billion. You're 1 in 10 billion. And you're all individuals. That is the most beautifulest thing. We're all individual selves, and yet we're so insecure. We all want to be someone that we're not. Stop. Calm down for a second. Stop observing and be the observed. It's not as hard as it seems, okay? You just need to realize that you aren't who you say you are until you make yourself that person, until you make yourself who you say you are. Because right now you're just someone passing in fleeting time. I could talk for hours about this, but I'm gonna stop it here at almost 30 minutes. I've been disconnected for a while. And now that I'm connected with it, I'm realizing how disconnected everyone else is. Unless I'm just ignorant. If I am ignorant, then that is fine, because I am learning. But at the same time, is it really ignorance if it's so obvious? If you can just see it, is it really ignorance if you can just see it? It's right in front of you and you just pass it by like it's nothing. And what am I talking about? I'm talking about your life. It's something. It's something. And it's there. And it'll always be there. Yourself. At the end of it, we're just trapped behind skulls. We're made out of flesh, but we're lucky to have that. We're amalgamations of cells, and we're lucky to have singular thought. I'm lucky to have these thoughts. You're lucky to have yours. Be yourself. Also, what I quoted from earlier, it's called Be Yourself. It's not Mama Talk, that's a Tyler Creator song. I'm very in tune with music because because listen to lyrics, you hear the words of the soul. Listen to the sound of the music that is being produced. And you listen to the true life and being of the music. Be your music. Be what you've always wanted to be, and that is just yourself. You just haven't found yourself yet in this life full of lies. I won't let that happen to me. I won't let anything control me. I'll try my best, and I have this video to remind me that I am myself. And you have the video to remind yourself that you are yourself too. Don't forget it. Do not forget it. And the realization of things. We need to rebel. It might seem old-fashioned, but old-fashioned, there was a reason why they were that way. It's because that was how life was. Now we're just afraid and scared and rather be in our beds under a blanket at 5 p.m. Some people are asleep, some people are on the road, some people are in penthouses, some people are living the life, and some people are just sitting there with nothing to see but their phone and a black canvas. Dot, dot, dot. Word is art. Don't live your life in falsality. Try. Just try. So then, at the end of your life, that when you're finally there, you can look back at yourself and say, I tried. I really tried. And I really lived my life. I really lived my life as a one human being soul. I did it. I did everything I ever wanted to. I'm so very, very, very grateful that I lived for myself. It might have been selfish sometimes, but that's just how it is because I live my life. And at the end of the day, that is what happiness is, and that is what we've been taught for hundreds of years, centuries. Centuries is history and time making. Go back to when life was different and simpler and see how people lived back then. It's not how it seems. Just don't recycle. But yes, that's officially it. I want to end it in 30 minutes because if I talk too much, then I'll get too deep and I'll lose the conversation because like I said, no one in this generation has an attention span. To be listened to is to really be privileged and to really be loved, because if you listen to someone and you hear their voice, you hear what they're saying. That's because you care. That's because you care. And that's why life is so great and so beautiful. Life is great because you care and you want to be present. You want to be there for that person. They have their problems, you have yours. You are your own, they are their own, but you can help. Just rebel against it. TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, YouTube, everything is a scam. Saying this, well, this will probably be posted on YouTube. The ironicity of it all. But that's because if you want to have a voice, you have to speak out. You have to speak out loud on what's given to you. What's given is social media, and that is the only way. You know why? Because newspapers, organic, it's gone. Machines is what we built. We didn't build life, we built technology. Does that really sound happy to you? Technology or life? That is what it is all about. That is what the war is. Technology or life. Change yourself. Be yourself. Okay, I gotta go.